Hello and welcome to the GT series on Tuesday nights. Tuesday night road racing with the Midwest Motorsports. GT4 on the road this year. This season, right now we are at Monza today, one of my favorite tracks. In Italy, qualifying is over. This is a sprint race. So we're going to invert the top 10 after the results of this sprint race. There's the track layout. Pretty cool conditions. 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Should be good for the tires. They're not going to wear out during the sprint race for sure. The feature race probably will not involve a tire change, but we're going to go green. We're going to invert the top 10. Thanks to all of the 30 GT4 drivers joining us. Look at that. Full field, 30 drivers, 2 classes, Pro and AM. The AMs have a red hash besides their name on the timing tree. The Pros have a blue hash by the timing tree. So if anybody's watching the live feed, you can separate the Pro drivers from the AM drivers. Once again, the Pros are in blue, the AMs are in red. Jason Phillips on the pole. Congratulations, Jason Phillips. We'll talk more about Monza later, but right now we're on the back straight, headed to Curva Grande. Towards the Parabolica before the race start. We're going to go sprint racing. Jason Phillips on the pole. Max Bauer second. Johan de Rooij third. I think this is the first time in road race history Johan de Rooij has not started on the front row. But who's counting, right, Johan? Jason Phillips in the Porsche leading us down to the green. Max Bauer in the Aston Martin right behind him. Everybody tightening up, really tight chicane. Jason Phillips steps on it. The yellow car of Jason Phillips in front. Max Bauer and his teammate Johan de Rooij side by side for second. Jason Phillips holds a real tight line for the first chicane. Dive bomb, fourth, it's Josh Bloom. Look at that. Max Bauer gets around. Jason Phillips kind of had nowhere to go on that first turn, first chicane. Again, this is just the sprint race. We're going to invert after this. Josh Bloom looking at Jason Phillips in the second chicane. Headed to the Lesmos. 2 right-hand turns. Max Bauer in the lead. Johan de Rooij second. Jason Phillips third. Josh Bloom fourth. Shane McNeely fifth. The beautiful Monza circuit. While we work on some technical stuff, getting the cameras right. Shout out to Colin. Getting things sorted out. I know he had a couple of updates to deal with this week. Getting the cameras figured out. The cameras, I believe, are in Italian, so it's a little hard for him. Look at Justin Fedorowski. And Steve Hansel in front. Nice work. Steve Hansel gets by. No change up front. Max Bauer in the Aston Martin. Johan de Rooij. And Jason Phillips in the Porsche. There's Steve Hansel, Justin Fedorowski, Matt Schlosser, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Through the Parabolica. That is 1 lap at Monza. 2 minutes and 1 second. All right, how do they come into the first chicane again? Single file for now. Watch out for the orange sausage curbs. Max Bauer looking for a way around Johan de Rooij. Probably going to be single file through this. Next chicane, really tight left, right. Big orange sausage curbs. I think they're going to be a factor tonight. Looking inside, Max Bauer. takes more curb, does the crossover on the exit, and Jason Phillips wants some of that too. In Delesmo 1, Max Bauer gets a good run. Jason Phillips has to hold tight. Johan de Roy gives him room. Great driving, good heads-up driving by Johan de Roy. Not to force the issue. I'm sorry, by Max Bauer. Johan de Roy in the lead now. I had the cars confused. Please forgive me. Johan de Roy in the Porsche out front. Jason Phillips behind him. So Max Bauer got the chicane a little bit wrong. I'm used to seeing Johan de Roy in the purple car. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top 5. Jay McNeely hanging in that lead draft. The draft is, I think, going to play a part in today's race. It's important to stay with the draft and just stay with the lead group and not fight it out. But as soon as I say that, Jay McNeely looks inside of the Parabolica, too wide behind him. There he goes. Besides, now's not the time to force the issue. Jay McNeely in the Porsche, Josh Bloom in the Mercedes. The first AM driver, Sam Hubbard. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hubbard. Thanks for joining us at Midwest Motorsports. Johan de Roy. A great car with the exits. Oh! Josh Bloom and Max Bauer outbraking turn 1. They both outbraked themselves. So the purple car's Max Bauer, the red car's Josh Bloom. Josh Bloom goes way deep in the corner. Turn 1, heavy braking, nowhere to go. Maybe expected Max to be closer to Jason Phillips, but just couldn't stop the car fast enough. Sam Hubbard hit spot. But yeah, tough break. Not the way Max Bauer expected this race to go. But again, it's just the sprint for the feature. So Max Bauer's got some room to go. Room to make up now. He did a good job by not dangerously rejoining. Down to 17th. Thank you, Max and Josh, for not rejoining in front of the whole field there. At the same time, turning it around. Let's see what happened up front. Jay McNeely comes out third in that one. Steve Hansel gets past. Justin Fedorowski gets around him. Nice move into Ascari chicane. Again, it's so important to get a good run out of these chicanes because the straights are so long. Steve Hansel now right up on the rear bumper. Going to fight him out for the Parabolica. There's a double move there. Justin Fedorowski parks his car on right where Steve Hansel will be. Gets a good run out of Parabolica. Side by side down the long straightaway. They're not going to catch up with 6th place. Going side by side, Matt Schlosser. Yep. Head, nose to tail is the best way to catch the guy in front of you unless you really want to fight it out for 7th and 8th, which looks like Justin Fedorowski wants 7th. More than Steve does on lap 4. Lets Matt Schlosser get away a little bit more. Looks like the top 3, though, separated by less than a second. See if we can go back and watch the race up front. It's good to see Steve Hansel and Justin Fedorowski having a great race. I think we're going to see more of this tonight in the feature. Your chicane's taking a lot of curve there. Car getting up on 2 wheels. See if Steve Hansel can work his way through the 2 Lesmos and down to Ascari chicane again. That was the place where Justin Fedorowski was able to get by last time. Let's see if Steve can flip the tables and do it again. Return the favor. Monza track, long straightaways, chicane. Long straightaways, chicane. Right turn, chicane. Long straightaway, chicane. Here we go. Looks like Fedorowski got a great run out of there. Back to the leaders we go. Up and back to Fedorowski. It's all good. 4th, 5th, and 6th is who we're watching. Or I'm sorry, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to see more of it. Don't worry. Lots of racing up and down the field. There we go. That's top 3. Thank you. Johan DeRoy, Jason Phillips, and Shea McNeely. You're doing a great job of just staying line astern until the last couple of laps, and then we'll duke it out. Let's pull away from the field, and then we'll race for position. Curva Grande, very long, sweeping right-hander. Again, it's flat out, so the draft playing an important part, and then chicane, watch out for the orange curbs. Getting up on 2 wheels, everybody does. Exit speed of these chicanes, so important. 2 right-handers. Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. A little bit of exit curve there. Tires should be all the way up to temp now. Maximum attack. Lesmo 2, get a really good run out of that. You go up a hill, over a little crest, little left-hand kink, headed down towards Ascari, under a bridge, which is the old oval track. We'll talk more about that later. And then very into Ascari, the fastest of the chicanes. 4th gear, probably. Again, what are we seeing here? Steve Hansel lost a position earlier. Oh, it goes in deep. Nice job not to lock up. Oh, and then goes around. Who was he fighting with there? Steve Hansel has left my timing screen. There he is. Back down to 9th. Back to the front, the top 3. See if they're going to poke out or if they're just really just going to try not to hit each other or pull away from the field and match their lap times for now. Which I think is really smart. They're pulling away. 8 seconds back to 5th. 5 wide coming through the Parabolica. What a great replay. Oh no, is that Max Bauer again? It is. Trying to go 5 wide through the Parabolica. That's going to be a screenshot for Facebook. Dustin Reinstedel, are you listening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. And Max Bauer just running out of patience. Let it play from there and just a touch of wheels. He had a car on his outside. Let's see where the contact starts. There's 3 wide in front of him. So getting a good draft there. And then 13 just comes in. Looks like there may have been a little payback. Left rears them. Costs them both the good run. I think Max was leaving plenty of room there. Round and round he goes. Hopefully going to see better days. Savignano, I believe. It's like 3rd place Shea McNeely has lost the draft. Jason Phillips and Johan DeRoy, definitely the class of the field tonight. They're going to invert back to 9th and 10th. Look at Sam Hubbard, your first AM driver, all the way up to 5th. Steve Hansel back into 6th after that spin. So really good to see him back. See if Jason Phillips making a move now. Lap 7. Johan DeRoy holds a very defensive line. Pretty surprised to see Max Bauer in front, coming up to lap him. Shea McNeely holding on there in 3rd. Johan DeRoy and Jason Phillips going at it around Curva Grande into the 2nd chicane. It has a name. Know it. I can't pronounce it. It's Italian, so I'm not even going to try. 2 Lesmos. Jason Phillips, not quite enough room there. Just over a second separate the top three. Carrying a lot of speed through that second Lesmo. Again, long straightaway, slipstream. Variante Ascari, see what happens. Phillips looks like he has a great entry. Not too much curb, now accelerate because this is the start of the long straightaway, Editor Parabolica. Jason Phillips gets a good exit out of Ascari. Oh, he's in the slipstream. Is he going to try to make the pass now? DeRoy again, also defensive line. Jason Phillips doing a great job of making sure to get a good exit out of the chicanes. The last two corners. Jason Phillips right up on his bumper. See if he pops out. There he goes, wasted the last minute. Makes his intention known. Johan DeRoy knows he's there. Oh, he's clear. Johan DeRoy tries to outbrake him and hold his spot. Jason will leave him room. Johan DeRoy says, nope, not this time, I'll give it up. Try to return the favor over the sausage curve a little bit. Phillips gets a great run out of the first chicane. Headed now through Curva Grande. Johan DeRoy with the advantage of the slipstream. Pops out. It's really hard to make a pass in the chicane without losing speed for both of you and letting the third place then pop in. Here we go. Great in-car camera with Johan DeRoy now. Through the gears, fourth to the first Lesmo, back down to third. 80 miles an hour through the first one. All of the exit curving and grass there. Dab on the brakes. 82 through the second. Now right in the pocket. The slipstream. Five minutes. Right up on his bumper, right in the slipstream. Now you want to carry your speed through the exit. Give him a little space. Yep. And now the start of the long straightaway. Not close enough to get a draft to pop out. He might get close, but not enough. This is the joys of Monza. You're really just trying to stay in the slipstream so that you can stay close and take advantage in the braking zones. On the front bumper now. Looking at Jason Phillips' big ass rear end. I don't know if I can say that. I'll probably have to find that race control sorted out. Into the braking zone with the first chicane. Dive bomb. Plenty of room. Jason Phillips, oh, he spins him. And in third place has nowhere to go. Shea McNeely using the exit runoff. Exactly what I would do. He's going to have to give up the position. Where's Jason Phillips? Oh. Tough break. Jason Phillips still in fourth. Don't look now, Justin Thaler in third. Yep, let's watch this again. Johan DeRoy in the blue car, Jason Phillips in the yellow and white car. Johan DeRoy. Jason Phillips just backed it down just a little bit. Johan DeRoy was not expecting a brake check in the middle of the chicane, but that's how Jason Phillips was driving to the exit. And the car in front definitely has the right of way. I don't think there will be a protest. I don't think it was intentional, but tough break for Jason Phillips. We are going to invert, so still be in it for the feature. This is only the second race of the GT4s. No matter how much practice time you get, racing wheel to wheel takes some practice and getting used to knowing your braking zones and how much space you need to give. So we're all learning. Johan DeRoy, Shea McNeely. This race isn't over yet. Right up on the bumper, he pops out. Shea McNeely going for the win. 2 minutes to go. Shea McNeely on the outside going to try to cross over the exit. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Not quite enough speed carrying on the exit. Shea McNeely trying to chase down Johan DeRoy. We got this lap and then one more for the end. Shea McNeely following Johan DeRoy for the lead. Could be the win now. Justin Thaler in third. Sam Hubbard, your first AM driver, all the way up to fourth. Shea McNeely got a great run out of the second Lesmo into the Ascari. Not the best place to pass, because you really do need to carry momentum to get down at the Parabolica. 1 minute to go. You're going to get this lap and one more. On the exit, let's see if Shea McNeely can carry a little more speed. He does. Look at him close. Great shot on the drone cam. Pops out. Johan DeRoy takes a defensive line into Parabolica. Let's see if there's enough. You're going to go too wide into Parabolica. Got a lapper ahead. Thank you, sir. Believe that's Aaron Holroyd. Side by side to the white flag, headed down to the first one. It's going to be the final lap. Shea McNeely begins his final lap in the lead. Let's see if Johan DeRoy can pull it off sometime throughout this next lap. Headed to the first chicane. This is where he spun Jason Phillips last lap. No contact this time in the first part. Johan DeRoy tries to cross over. Acceleration. Shea McNeely gets a good exit. Nice job, Shea. All the pressure is on right now. This is the race for the win. Lots of good battles going on throughout the field. Top 20 still in the lead lap. Shea McNeely misses the exit just a little bit. Johan DeRoy takes more sausage curve, goes on the outside of the first Lesmo. Shea's going to leave him room. Pushes all the way out into the second one, a little faster this one. Open up the steering on the exit. Let's see who gets the better run down to Ascari here. Johan DeRoy, after leading the majority of this race, feints, fill up the mirrors to the right. And then the exit here, Johan DeRoy takes a lot of curb. Not close enough. It's going to take a deep late break into Parabolica to pull it off. Not sure he can do it. Shea McNeely breaks early to get a good exit. Right on the apex, early on the power. Johan DeRoy tries to carry more speed through the middle of the corner. Can't do it. Checker flag is out. Coming to the flag, Shea McNeely with the win. Johan DeRoy second. Justin Thaler all the way up to third. From seventh. Good move, Justin Thaler. Sam Hubbard fourth. Jason Phillips. Nice work, Jason. You're going to start fifth. Justin Glockner sixth. Steve Hansel seventh. Adrian Fedorowski eighth. Castillo ninth. Taylor Montague 10th. Galugru 11th. David Gish 12th. Nice racing, everybody. All right, there you can see as we look down at the Monza track. Grab your cell phone if you're interested in joining the Midwest Motorsports iRacing League. Grab your cell phone, click the QR code there. take you right to it. You can see the oval track, and then the Monza track comes around it. They used to do a lap of the oval and then a lap of the road course. And the second time they would come in every other lap, every other time around, start, finish straight. They would start the oval, and then do a lap of the road course, then a lap of the oval and a lap of the road course. So, at least since I've done away with it, but very high banked oval, historic Monza circuit. Just a couple of minutes here to reset, line up the grid, refill your drink, come back to the seat, shake your fingers out a little bit, stretch them out. We're going to go green for an hour here. We're going to invert the top 10. Still waiting for the unofficial results. Cars continue to come across the line. Thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. We're at Monza. 5.7 kilometers, 3.6 miles, just north of Milan. 1922 track was designed. There are the sprint results. Oh, this is going to be the starting order. Yep, this is going to be the starting order. Shea McNeely in 10th. There we go. So Taylor Montague, after finishing 10th, start on the pole. See if I can find a GT4 record lap. 155.8. The GT4 record in the BMW. The Turkish guy, I can't pronounce his name. 2023. This year, BMW M4 set the track record at a 155. I did not see any 155s today in the sprint race, but we'll see what happens. We're going to go racing for 1 hour. So obviously we're not doing 100 laps. We're going to do 1 hour. I will try to indicate as often as I can how much time is left. Taylor Montague going to bring us to the green. Adolfo Castillo second. Justin Glockner and Adrian Fedorowski on the second row. And we're green. We're down. Taylor Montague in the Mercedes got a good jump. Adolfo Castillo 31 in the green car second, being challenged by Adrian Fedorowski. Fedorowski takes seconds clear for now. So far, so good through the first chicane. Everybody leaving for each other for now. We saw in the sprint race how easily that can change in the heat of the battle. Taylor Montague, the AM driver, leading the race for now. 1 hour long. We're watching Steve Hansel and Justin Glockner with Jason Phillips, your sprint race pole sitter. Fastest lap of the day so far. Jason Phillips, currently 6th. Trying to figure out how to get around Justin Glockner here. Up ahead, Steve Hansel, Adolfo Castillo. Taylor Montague, Adrian Fedorowski, Adolfo Castillo riding with Justin Glockner. Jason Phillips right behind him. Steve Hansel up ahead, looking for a way around Adolfo Castillo. Jason Phillips looking for a way around Justin Glockner. Jason Phillips following Justin Glockner. Justin Glockner's in the McLaren. Jason Phillips with a deep late brake into the Parabolica. Big right-hander opens up on the exit. Down a couple gears at the entry and then flat out. Now Jason Phillips is the lead draft for Glockner in the McLaren. Jason Phillips holds the inside line. See if they can go too wide into the braking zone. Looking ahead, Steve Hansel. Jason Phillips straddles the first sausage curb. Great way through. It shows why he was on the pole for the sprint race. Straddling the first one. We got some guys using the runoff room. Oh no, is that Max Bauer again? Getting tied up, crossed up. It's like a Adolfo Castillo going the wrong way. Timing and scoring screen going crazy right now. David Gish, Dan Gish, the outside there. Back to Jason Phillips on Adolfo Castillo. Like Adolfo Castillo lost a couple spots in that second chicane. Adrian Fedorowski gets the lead. Line astern right now through his car this time. Jason Phillips trying to figure out how to get around Adolfo Castillo without costing either one of them the whole race. But looking back, it's Shea McNeely trying to figure out how to get around Justin Thaler. Justin Thaler is also in the McLaren. Riding Jason Phillips. Like Steve Hansel's trying to figure out how to get around Taylor Montague up ahead. Steve Hansel splits out. Steve Hansel, Jason Phillips now. Here we go. Steve Hansel inside. Can't quite pull it off just yet. Nope, decides to tuck it back in. Adolfo Castillo holds on to that fourth spot. Goes a little bit wide. That's going to give Jason Phillips a great run out of the first chicane. Let's see if he got him. No, Jason Phillips did not. Jason Phillips going the wrong way. I missed it. I don't know if we can go back to that first chicane and watch what happened. Jason Phillips was trying to pass Adolfo Castillo, and somehow Justin Thaler and Justin Glockner and Team McLaren got around him. Let's see what happened here. Thanks, Colin, for rewinding us a bit for us. But, all right, from there, looks like Jason Phillips on the inside of Adolfo Castillo. Behind him, Justin Thaler in the 00. Justin Glockner in the McLaren, two black McLarens behind him. I thought Jason Phillips was going to get a good run here, and it looks like he hit him and then backed off, and that let both McLarens through. So Jason Phillips ran in, just barely touched Adolfo Castillo and backed off, not to spin him all the way around, but it cost them both 2 spots. Really tough place to pass, but it's the right way to do it. Cross over on the exit of the chicane, or do it in the braking zone, like Justin Glockner just did to Justin Thaler. Nice move. Other way around. Justin Thaler with a nice move on Glockner. The 00 on the back bumper tells me it's Justin Thaler. Nice work. Glockner and Thaler, it really does take 2 to pass and get past. Looking up at the 00. Steve Hansel, the next target. Again, it just goes to show, it's like Hansel got around Montague there. Again, Montague's in a class of his own up here, fighting for the race lead, or at least the top 3 right now. First AM driver. Adolfo Castillo, the second AM driver, in 8th. Taylor Montague. Lets Justin Taylor by. Is he also going to let Glockner by? Taylor Montague was the first AM driver, forgive me. Nice job. 2 wide to the second Lesmo. 3 wide on the exit. That can't work, can it? That straightaway's not wide enough for 3. Very narrow. Don't look now. Here comes Johan de Roy trying to find a way around. Very narrow part of the race circuit. They go under the oval track that we talked about earlier. Jason Phillips on the outside. Doesn't get spun. Shea McNeely gives him a little bump. Lets him know he's there. 3 wide on the exit of Ascari. Under the gravel a little bit, and around goes Max Bauer again. This is just not Max Bauer's day. Max, I feel ya. Wear a seatbelt tonight. If you're going home, lock your doors. You're just having bad luck. Jason Phillips carrying the momentum and barely runs into you, but Max Bauer, again, an innocent bystander for the 3rd time tonight. I suggest Max Bauer sleep in bubble wrap, because it seems like everybody's got it out for you. Feel your pain. Shea McNeely with Johan de Roy right behind him. These guys were the class of the sprint race. Taylor Montague's gone down as well. Tough break for Taylor after having a good run early. But yeah, looking at Shea McNeely trying to hold off Johan de Roy, see if they can work together and catch Jason Phillips and Justin Thaler ahead. Give it up for Adrian Fedorowski. He's got almost a full second lead. Shea McNeely looking back at Johan de Roy. Both Porsches. Johan de Roy. There it is. Into the first Lesmo. He's there, Shea. Looking inside. Adrian Fedorowski, Johan de Roy clears him. Shea McNeely down to 6th. We know you guys are fast. If you guys can work together, you might be able to catch the top 3 or 4 again. But if you keep fighting back and forth, you're only costing each other exit speed and therefore position. Lots of racing left. Coming up on 10 minutes down. Shea McNeely screwed up the exit on that Ascari. Let's Justin Glockner get side by side in the Parabolica. Glockner lifts on the entry, tries to get a better run on the exit. Here we are, battle for the lead. Adrian Fedorowski in the red and blue Porsche. Steve Hansel in the multicolor base white. Looks on the outside of the braking zone, turn 1 chicane. Let's see if he works on a crossover here. Adrian Fedorowski gets a good run. Oh, onto the gravel a little bit for Fedorowski. Steve Hansel tries the outside of Curva Grande. Got him. Not a whole lot of time lost, just a little bit of exit speed there for Fedorowski. Getting 2 wheels off in the gravel. Clear off your tires. There's time to make another run over the 2 curbs. And there's Jason Phillips. Oh, he goes around. Who's that? Thaler? It is. Gives him room on the entry, and Phillips just did not leave enough room. Nowhere for Justin Taylor to go. Taylor all the way up on the inside of the curb, so Jason Phillips is trying to pass at the wrong place. Early in the race, forcing a move. Going to cost you. all the way down to 16th for Jason Phillips. The leaders, Johan DeRoy and Adrian Fedorowski. I'm sorry. Johan DeRoy looking back at Justin Taylor. All right, sorry about that. Steve, didn't mean to scare you there. You're still in the lead. Steve Hansel, Shea McNeely gets by there. Gets by Justin Taylor. Good move for Shea McNeely. McLaren has a little bit wider frontal area, which is going to provide a little better draft for the Porsche. And that's how Shea McNeely got around Taylor. Now, Shea McNeely once again sneaks up on Johan DeRoy. See if they can work together and catch the leading two are out front by just over 3 seconds. A couple guys have decided to call it quits. I hate to see anybody pack up before the race is over. Barely 15 minutes in. Whole lot of racing left. This is a pretty heavy fuel consumption track, so pit strategy may come into this. We'll see if anybody goes 30 minutes before stopping. We'll also see if anybody has to stop before 30 minutes. 13 minutes in. Running order, Steve Hansel, Adrian Fedorowski. Then we're in third with Johan DeRoy and Shea McNeely. Battle for the leads heating up on the exit of Ascari. Oh, Adrian Fedorowski gets a great run on the exit of Ascari. Steve Hansel breaks the slipstream into Curva Grande on Parabolica. Steve Hansel in the white car, multicolored. Adrian Fedorowski at the blue and red. Trying to find the slipstream. Meanwhile, Johan DeRoy is trying to crank out some good consistent laps. Shea McNeely on his bumper. Into the first chicane. Steve Hansel. Adrian Fedorowski. Looking good. Into the second chicane. Steve Hansel, the first one good. Takes all of the sausage curve on the exit. And that lets Adrian Fedorowski carry a little more momentum on the exit through the first Lesbo, too wide. Contact. Steve Hansel knows he's there. Too wide through this Lesmo is not the fastest way. Let's see if Adrian Fedorowski can do a crossover. Not close enough this time. Riding with Shea McNeely. We'll stay with him for a second. Macon, Georgia's Shea McNeely. Spanish Beagle named Gracie. Maybe Gracie's giving him some pointers. Riding on the in-car with Shea McNeely. Looking up at Johan DeRoy. Taylor behind. 3 seconds back. No, 1 second back behind. So Shea's got a couple of seconds. Shea's wallet is his only sponsor. He's been sim racing since 2019, upon 4 years. His goals this season, he wants to show up. Well, we're glad you're here, Shea, from all the way down in Macon. Charles Leclerc, Formula One Ferrari drivers, his favorite. Got hard lemonade right beside him. We're glad you're here, Shay. Thanks for joining us, man. No surprise he picked the Porsche. His daily driver / project car is his Porsche 944. Good choice. Let's get to know Shay McNeely, Macon, Georgia. Had a great first run, great qualifying in the sprint race. Currently 4th. Looks like they've caught up with Steve Hansel and Adrian Fedorowski now. Yeah, Johan DeRoy and Shay McNeely have caught the leading group just like that. That's exactly what I mean about not racing side by side and just trying to work together in the slipstream and not lose time. You can lose a second easily just by missing the exit of one of the chicanes here. It's just the penalty on these long straightaways is just way too high. Every RPM you carry on the exit of a chicane is going to help you at the end of the long straightaway like this. Perfect example. Johan DeRoy looking inside Adrian Fedorowski. We know Johan DeRoy is deep on the brakes. Dives it in there. Almost using the first turn of the chicane as a mid-apex, really aiming for the second chicane and the exit. Johan DeRoy showing why he is class of the field. Adrian Fedorowski says, watch this. Steve Hansel looking in his mirrors. Sees Johan DeRoy, wipes the sweat off his eyebrows. Not you again. Here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can throw a blanket over him. Johan DeRoy. Didn't take long for him to go from 4th all the way up here to 2nd. Is he going to force the move now? Or anti-Ascari, little bump draft. I'm here. Little finger wave. It's Adrian Fedorowski coming hard, slam on the brakes. Shay McNeely also gathering up the speed. Let's see what happens on the exit here. Headed down towards Parabolica. I think Johan DeRoy inside of Steve Hansel. Steve Hansel recognizes he's there. No contest. Johan DeRoy back to the front. It only took about 15 minutes. Steve Hansel slipstream now. 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. Steve Hansel gets the slipstream and hard brakes on the outside. Takes a note from Johan DeRoy's book, but didn't quite make that second chicane. Let's Shay McNeely and Adrian Fedorowski catch up to Steve. Adrian Fedorowski in the blue and red car. Looking up at Shay McNeely in the blue and white car. Steve Hansel in the multicolor with the white base. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Carry the speed on the exit through the chicane. That's the keys to this track. First Lesmo. Single file. I don't think they want to let Johan DeRoy sneak away. He's doing it 1/10 of a second at a corner. One corner at a time. Already half a second up. If these two can work together, Shay McNeely and Steve Hansel, they might be able to stay with him. I don't know if they'll be able to catch him or pass him, but maybe stay with him long enough to hope one of them makes a mistake. Nice entry for Steve Hansel. See if Shay McNeely takes a little bit of the Curb there, speed bump on the exit. Right in the slipstream. Here we are with Colgaru. Oh, gets a spin, goes around. Oh, and hard into the tires. Tough break for Nicholas Colgaru. There's Shea McNeely looking inside Steve Hansel. Steve Hansel, third place. Shea McNeely up ahead. An Adrian Fedorowski catch. Steve Hansel again. Good battles up and down the field. Like 9th and 10th between Adolfo Castillo and Jason Phillips are going at it. If we can sneak back there for a second. We continue to watch Steve Hansel crank out some laps. Shea McNeely looking for Johan DeRoy. There's Josh Bloom. Sorry guys, here we go. Jason Phillips and Adolfo Castillo still working at it hard. Sorry about that, guys. Going back and forth. Riding with Jason Phillips. Really close to Adolfo Castillo, closing in on the braking zone. These two have been racing together for a few laps now. Taylor Montague wants to join the party in the Mercedes, but just behind him. But Jason Phillips continuing to work on Adolfo Castillo. Again, it's a battle for 9th and 10th. See where some other battles are up and down the field. The first AM driver right now is Sam Hubbard. He got around him. Here we go. Missed the second chicane. He knows he's not going to make it, so he takes the shortcut. Nice job, Adolfo. Saving it. Not making it worse. Giving up the spot. Below the chicane. No harm, no foul. They are in separate classes, so no points advantage there, but definitely side-by-side racing. Now maybe Adolfo can get behind him and let Jason Phillips, who we know is fast, your pole sitter from the sprint race. Maybe Adolfo can hang with him for a couple of laps, reel some time in. Here we are back to the front. Steve Hansel has joined him again. Johan DeRoy, Shea McNeely. Shea McNeely just following, taking notes, trying to find out where, if anywhere, Johan DeRoy is vulnerable. 26 minutes down. Like everybody's going 30. They can go 2 more laps. Shea McNeely filling up the mirrors of Johan de Roy. Just reminding him that I'm still here. And I'm not going anywhere. Steve Hansel hanging right in there. Aiden Fedorowski not too far behind. Shea McNeely in the draft, hardcore. He gets there, lifts early. We're coming up on 30 minutes. See how much farther beyond 30 or somebody decides to come in right at 30. Oh yeah, Shea McNeely's got a good draft this time. Johan de Roy defends as hard as he can, all the way to the inside. Shea McNeely has position now. Johan de Roy can be pretty sneaky and cagey. Really good on the brakes. Again, drives all the way to that second exit. Splits the sausage curb. Amazing. Amazing speed Johan de Roy is carrying through the first chicane. I mean, just like that, he gapped him almost 3/4 of a second. And that one exit chicane. Went in the chicane second, came out first. Johan de Roy giving lessons. Free lessons by Johan de Roy. All you have to do is join Midwest Motorsports GT4 League. "29 minutes down. We got some pitters. Justin Reinstedt's in. Mike Chamberlain's in. So we're right at 30 minutes. Let's see. People decide to run their whole tank out. My preference, I think I would run my gas out, especially if I'm not taking tires. There's no real advantage to pitting early other than getting it out of the way. But yeah, what do we have here? Max Flosser, Adolfo Castillo, Taylor Montague right behind him. Flosser in the red car, Adolfo Castillo in the green car. Matt Slosser's in the pro class. Adolfo and Taylor Montague in the AMs, but side by side in the multi-class racing. Matt Schlosser into turn 1 chicane. Leaves room for Adolfo. Adolfo leaves room on the exit. Tries to cross over. A little too aggressive on the exit, and Schlosser takes off. Round Curva Grande. Francis Faustino, oh, there we go. Back to the front. Shea McNeely figured out a way to get by Johan. Steve Hansel now looking for a way around. They're headed up towards the Ascari chicane. Steve Hansel gives Johan a little bump draft. Catches up under braking in the entry. Through the middle part and the exit. Nice. Shea McNeely making Georgia. Home of the Allman Brothers Band. among others. Johan de Roy, great middle corner speed, Parabolica, but looks like Steve Hansel's coming into pit. How's the time for Steve? Past the 30-minute mark. Shea McNeely and Johan de Roy stay out. Coming up on lap traffic. Shea McNeely leaves lots of room. I don't blame him. Almost leaves it up for Johan de Roy. This would be Andrew Miller, maybe. Either way, nice job by letting both of them go. Thank you, sir. It was Andrew Miller. I believe. Canada's Johan de Roy in second now, behind Shea McNeely. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. No change up front. Again, pit stops are cycling through. Your fastest lap of the race so far. Here we go to pit. Johan de Roy and Shea McNeely both come into pit. As I was saying, the fastest lap is Steve Hansel, 1:57.7. Very fast lap for Steve Hansel. As your two leaders pit. You see where they cycle out and anybody else that hasn't pitted. Max Bauer now fighting Adolfo Castillo. Max Bauer has made one pit stop. Currently 14th. See if he's a little more patient to get around Adolfo or if he forces the issue. Again, Adolfo's an AM driver, Max Bauer a pro driver. So, not really racing each other, but I know Max Bauer wants to get back in the fight. Adolfo Castillo dives on the inside there. Around Taylor Montague. Thank you, Colin. So here we are, Max Bauer. Hammer down. Still behind Josh Bloom coming out of the pits. In the red Mercedes. See if Max Bauer can get Castillo here. It looks like this time he's going to pop out. Headed towards the second chicane. Around he goes. Gets it done. Nice job, Adolfo. Letting him go, recognizing it's not my fight. Nice work. Looks like Shea McNeely, Johan de Roy, Steve Hansel is still how they run, 1, 2, and 3. Almost 5 seconds now, Shea from Johan. So either Johan de Roy's pit crew dropped a lug nut maybe, or Shea McNeely short filled a little bit to create a gap. But either way, almost 5 seconds. We'll see how that gap changes as the race carries on. More guys coming in the pits. Pretty close for that fast lap battle. Steve Hansel 157.7. Shea McNeely 157.9. Johan Roy 157.9. Battle for 6th. Looks like it's heating up. There we go, Sam Hubbard following Justin Glockner for now. Sam Hubbard in the Mercedes. Glockner goes wide in the first chicane. Is all it takes. A little bit of pressure. Jason Phillips goes around also. As soon as I put the camera on Justin Glockner. Sorry, Justin. Sam Hubbard, an AM driver, all the way up to 6th. Showing really consistent laps. Jason Phillips has worked his way all the way back up to 7th after earlier trouble. Jason Phillips looking up at Sam Hubbard. Nice work. Josh Bloom here in 13th. Just barely in front of Taylor Montague, I believe. Who's Josh Bloom? Oh, he's chasing down Adolfo Castillo. So let's see if Josh Bloom can gain another position. Josh Bloom, a pro driver. Oh, he comes into the pits for a second time. That's a little awkward. Sorry about that. Here's Sam Hubbard trying to hold off Jason Phillips. Sam Hubbard, your leading AM driver right now. They are 6 seconds behind Justin Thaler for 5th. So if Jason Phillips can get around Sam Hubbard, once again, not for class position, but definitely track position. Jason Phillips looking for a way around. Jason Phillips, my man. "40 minutes down, 20 to go." Stay with Jason Phillips just a little bit longer. See if he can figure it out. Going through Ascari. In the slipstream, that big old body Mercedes of Sam Hubbard, creating a nice pocket of air for Jason Phillips to sneak up into. Looking back from the bumper, great shots here. Bumper cam. Can he do it this time? Jason Phillips, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Looking inside, looking inside. Besides, after what happened the last 2 times, the first chicane, I'm not going to risk it again. Sally the pit bull, or Jason Phillips. Hanging out by his side, I'm sure. Been sim racing for 5 years. Grid MPX wheel on a sim cube. Huskenveld's pedals. Jason Phillips putting that equipment to use. Here we go. Sam Riker and Aaron Holroyd going at it. Sam Riker doing a great job to avoid contact there. Francis Faustino in the red and white car with Max Bauer behind him. Back up to Sam Hubbard now in 6th. Jason Phillips right behind him. Jason Phillips says he needs more tattoos. If you've been watching any of the Discord chat, Jason's been showing off some of his ink. And now he's working his way after sitting on the pole of the sprint race, having some bad luck starting in the middle of the feature, having some more bad luck, dropping back almost to 15th, I want to say. And now fighting his way because he never quits. Fighting for 6th now, looking inside of Sam Hubbard. Again, Sam Hubbard's in the AM class. Jason Phillips in the Pro class. Gets around for 6th spot. Nice work, Sam Hubbard, for leaving plenty of room. Jason Phillips worked on that pass for about 4 laps. Feels good when you finally get around him. Now you can charge ahead. Not that Sam was doing anything wrong or holding him up intentionally, just driving his line. Staying with him. Sam Hubbard. I know it's early in the championship. Making a bid for a pro bid for next season, maybe. We'll see how the season plays out. Jason Phillips still 5 seconds behind Justin Taylor. Top 5 guys spread out about 5 seconds apart from each other. Aaron Holroyd now. Holding down 13th, 3rd in class. Back with Jason Phillips and Sam Hubbard. Jason Phillips has it. Sam Hubbard wants it. Wants it back. Hard on the brakes. Doing a good job not to take out anybody. No confrontation this late in the race. Sam Hubbard currently leading the AM, so all the points in the AM division going to Sam Hubbard right now. He's going for 6th in the race. Jason Phillips, no choice. There he goes, lets him go. That was a little awkward. Hope Sam Hubbard's okay. Sam Hubbard completely came to a stop. Not sure what that's all about, but let's Justin Glockner catch up. Justin Glockner also a pro. 46 minutes down, 14 to go. Riding with Jason Phillips. Adolfo Castillo now looking up at Aaron Holroyd. Aaron Holroyd blows the Ascari, lets Adolfo Castillo go around him. For now, this is for position, second and third. Sorry, third and fourth in class. So this is your podium here for the AM division. Adolfo Castillo currently third. Aaron Holroyd currently fourth. Back up to Jason Phillips and back down to Aaron Holroyd. See if I can find out where Aaron Holroyd and Adolfo Castillo finished last week. Aaron Holroyd, sorry, Aaron, we won't talk about it. Aaron had a bad run last week at Brands Hatch. And I don't see Adolfo Castillo on here, so Aaron Holroyd currently ahead. Here we are with Justin Glockner and Sam Hubbard gets by on the inside, and look at that, Max Bauer also trying to go by. Justin Glockner losing 2 spots in one corner, both of them pro drivers. Riding with Max Bauer in the purple cart, Justin Glockner behind, Matt Schlosser up ahead. Glockner in the black car with the red wheels, McLaren. Max Bauer and Matt Schlosser both in the Aston Martins. Around Curva Grande into the second chicane. Max Bauer, can he do it this time? Matt Schlosser in the red car, Max Bauer in the purple car. Max Bauer looks, fakes, not this time. Coming up on 50 minutes down with 10 to go. Top 6 cars are pro. Sam Hubbard in 7th is the first AM. Then Matt Schlosser, Max Bauer, 8th and 9th right here. Max Bauer looking for a way around. Headed towards the first chicane. The slipstream. Real tight racing. Max Bauer was trying to figure out how he got down here in 9th, but I'd say after the day he's been through, doing pretty good. A lot like Jason Phillips, been down to the middle towards the bottom of the pack and worked their way by merit all the way up where they are. Matt Schlosser gets a decent run, still providing a slipstream. Max Bauer here. I don't know if the second chicane is the place to do it. Definitely not Ascari, so with Sam Hubbard pretty far up ahead. Sam Hubbard's almost 5 seconds ahead of these guys. It's only 9 minutes to go. Who's that up ahead of Matt Schlosser? Yeah, that's Sam Hubbard. Where is it? It is. Matt Schlosser now looking up at Sam Hubbard. Back at Max Bauer. Max Bauer now with the fastest lap, purple lap, 157.4. These three are for position 7, 8, and 9. Sam Hubbard in the first red car, the red Mercedes. The AM driver, Max Bauer and Matt Schlosser. Matt Schlosser in the red Aston, Max Bauer in the purple Aston. Both pro drivers. So right now, Sam Hubbard is just being a slipstream provider, giving Matt Schlosser a little extra speed, in which Max Bauer can't quite create a pass yet, but still over 7 minutes to go, so anything can happen. Right now, Max Bauer, your hard charger, up 15 spots. Matt Schlosser also up 14 spots. Two big movers. About 5 seconds separate the top five from each other. So 5 seconds each in between. So we're staying with, this is the closest battle on the track right now. Once again, if you'd like to join the league, midwest-motorsports.com is the website where everything starts. We have 3 oval series in this road series: Truck, Xfinity, and Cup, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Don't forget the podcast, the cool down lap on Monday. There's the link tree. Scan the QR code on the screen. It'll take you everything Midwest Motorsports. Matt Schlosser looking for a way around Hubbard. Let's Max Bauer reel him in. Once again, cool down lap. Championship review was last night. So if you haven't heard the podcast, the cool down lap, the Sim Racing Podcast is the name. If you search for that, your favorite podcast. Max Bauer still in the middle of this three-way fight for 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm sorry, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Scan the QR code. It'll take you right to all of our socials. Again, Championship Weekend interviews with Dustin Reinstedel, who won the Truck Series Championship. Also races in the GT4 League, as well as the Xfinity leader. Max Bauer gets by. As for position 7, he's got it. Coming up on 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go. We're going to get about 3 more laps. If you got it, use it now. Max Bauer with the fastest lap of the race so far, 57.45. Coulda, woulda, shoulda for Max Bauer. Still early in the race season. But Shea McNeely, after having 5 seconds on the pit exit, maintained it. Steve Hansel another 7 seconds behind him, so top 3 unless there's a radical change. Could play out that way. We're going to stay with this. Sam Hubbard looking at Max Bauer, looking back at Max Schlosser. 57 minutes. 3 to go. We're going to get this one and maybe 2 more. Riding with Sam Hubbard. Can you do it? Good run on the exit. By now, everybody's got the track pretty much gotten a rhythm, knows where to go, what they're doing. Johan de Roy turns a personal best, 57.55 on light fuel. Still not enough for Max Bauer's fast lap. Here we are, David Wortman. It's a close battle. Looking up at John Aslan. David Wortman in the green car. John Aslan in the 20. Multicolored Mercedes. Both of these guys Mercedes. David Wortman gets around. David Wortman, 31 years old. Two dogs, two cats. 11 chickens. David Wortman gets around in sim racing for 2 years. Sim Magic Alpha GT4 wheel. Lewis Hamilton fan. We're glad you're here racing with us, David. That's a wrap. Shea McNeely snuck by, but when time ran out, sorry guys, missed the finish there. Congratulations to Shea McNeely, Savannah, Georgia, with the win. Here he is, Steve Hansel. There we go. Shea McNeely wrapping it up, doing the I gotcha weave. Nice work, Shea McNeely. Give him all the points. Adolfo Castillo with a great run, almost clips the pit wall. Coming to the flag in 13th. Adolfo Castillo, 1, 2, 3 podium in the AM. So your pro winner, Shea McNeely. Second, Johan de Roy. Third, Steve Hansel. Your AM finishers, Sam Hubbard, Taylor Montague, and Adolfo Castillo. 1, 2, 3. Francis Faustino wraps up a good top 10 for him in the pro class. Justin Glockner, 9th in pro. Matt Schlosser, 8th in pro. Max Bauer comes home 7th in pro. Congratulations for him. Once again, if you're looking to join us, midwest-motorsports.com. There you'll find the rules and ways to join us. Everything Midwest Motorsports. There's the QR code one more time. Scan the code, it'll take you to the link tree with all of the results. Here we go. Sam Hubbard, Taylor Montague, Adolfo Castillo, Dustin Reinstedel 7th. And the pro results, Shay McNeely, Joe Underoy, Steve Hansel. Congratulations, guys. There's the overall. That's a wrap from Monza. Great job, everybody. Thank you for joining us at the race. We'll be back Friday for trucks, Saturday for Xfinity, Sunday for Cup, next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us again. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, 7:15, 7:20 for qualifying. Practice starts at 7. Broadcast will go on about 7:15, 7:20. And we'll see you there. Thanks again for joining us, midwest-motorsports.com for everything Midwest Motorsports. And thanks to Colin Huffman for working the cameras, Josh Watt for running the broadcast, and you for joining us. See you next Tuesday.